me the map. According to the map, it must be there.
Maybe the star putters, of course.
No. This map is upside down.
Glad you can join another LeBucksRing episode. We are going to start the skull compositing, so this is going to be a long and tough one, so stay motivated.
Let's do that.
So before we start, I advise you to do breakouts. To do so, just activate the saver you see here and make sure you set your path. You can simply reuse my path or file names, just make sure you have created the same folder structure. I won't cover the saver settings as there is not much to cover. If you have questions though regarding the savers, you can always ask me. Once you have activated your savers, make sure the render range is set to the full range, then hit the render button. Keep in mind that although you can render multiple savers simultaneously, it is not recommended to do so. The best way to render out all savers is to save individual comps with individual savers activated or deactivated, and then use the network render manager to batch render those. Batch render.
Hey waitress, bring that batch of rum, will ya?
Yeah, bring that son of a bitch.
Once you have rendered out all savers, bring them back in using a loader and deactivate the savers again. You also need to hook the loaders into the output nodes right beneath it. If you have done all that, you're all set.
So let's dive right into it. Hey.
The first thing we need to do is the earlier explained alpha divide. Now when I say alpha divide, you might think of this one here. But there's actually another way of doing the alpha divide operation. The method I'm going to show you has proven for me to be the most reliable one when working with multiple passes. But let me show you the difference. Come closer. I will be using the goal pass. So I hook the goal pass into the alpha divide and you will see the outline changing. Now do me a favor. Press A to view the alpha. Notice something? The alpha is not affected. It affects only the color channels. Now let me show you another method. For that we need a boolean tool. Again, I'm going to hook in our goal pass. Now let's compare this. I put the alpha divide node into the left viewer and the boolean into the right viewer. I select the boolean tool and set the operation to divide. In this state, the boolean is dividing all channels by themselves. Hence we get this white result.
What does that mean? Why is this white?
I think it's...
Shut up, you son of a bitch. I know.
Remember the alpha divide video? Any color value divided by itself equals 1. In Fusion 1 equals 255 in Photoshop. Okay, but let's move on. Let's say we want to have the same result as with our alpha divide. To do so, we simply set all color channels to alpha foreground, FG, and the alpha to do nothing. And if we take a look at the alpha channels, you see that it is now identical to the alpha divide tool. Okay, and what I want to do now is, I want to divide the alpha as well. So I set the alpha in all channels, and now the alpha is also divided. You know that after the divide process, we do the color corrections and stuff, and then we would multiply the alpha back using the alpha multiply node. With the boolean tool, it doesn't work though, because the alpha multiply assumes that we have the multiplied alpha still stored in the alpha channel. However, we also divided the alpha. I can show you by adding an alpha multiply. Nothing happens.
Nothing happened. Strange. What's going on here? He's trying to fool us, this fool.
So for this method, we need the mat control node. We will have to set the operation here. But first we need the original multiplied alpha. For that I've created a second output right next to the gold out here. Skull alpha. So we take this output into the green slot of the mat control, and then in the mat combine dropdown, you choose combine alpha. Bang!
Bang, 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 bang.
We have the same result as we have with the alpha divide. Okay, and to multiply the alpha back, you can simply check this checkbox here.
Perfect.
Let me say one more time. This step is crucial if you want to keep your perfect anti-aliasing, and neglecting this step will lead to outline problems.
Oh yeah, or you get more rum. Then all the outline's gonna blend anyway. You fool.
Wanna say yo ho ho, yo ho ho, yo ho ho, yo ho ho.